While I am not one to wish harm on anyone or to rejoice in anyone's suffering or pain, I am one who is a pretty big fan of, um, let's just call it karma, right? I'm a pretty big fan of karma. I think karma is real. Do you think karma is real? I think I've lived long enough and I've seen enough in my life to have enough collected evidence to suggest that maybe it is real. And I don't think it's some sort of divine intervention thing. I more so think that it is an algorithm that we all live inside of that dishes out what it needs to dish out because everything works in conjunction with one another, right? So if you put something bad out into the universe, people will see that, people will receive that, and it will be attached to your person, and it will eventually come back to you in some form at some time in some way, right? Let's review some of the evidence that I've collected here today.
A few moments ago.
Drake's goon describes how he would slide on Kendrick Lamar if he ever came to Toronto.
Would you go to LA?
I was on the run for first degree in LA.
Are you not scared?
Scared of what?
Kendrick?
We got money.
Kendrick and his people?
Kendrick Lamar?
Yeah, you're scared of Kendrick?
Tell him come to Toronto. Switch cheese.
What will happen if he comes to Toronto?
I'll get the low, put on my Nike Tech Black. Tell YG get us a driver. Put the window down, it is what it is. Get some fresh air.
Where's Drive By King?
We can't even do Kendrick Lamar on feet. We gotta make Drive By King, Baby K, Drive By King.
I'm Kendrick During
I talk about Kendrick Lamar. How disrespectful are you asking me about a
I'm just
fucking
asking
alien nigga?
you.
There's a girl right there. You want a girl Gigi to get you? Don't disrespect my homie Drake like that. Off every door in the Noble Hotel. Man even cut everything off. Man bought everything. He's a bitch.
So I believe both of these videos, or at least this last one that I just played of him trying to get into the Nobu Hotel, was just about a month ago. Kendrick is currently on tour right now. He's on his international leg of the tour. I believe I don't know where he is now. He could be anywhere, but I believe he's somewhere in Europe, closing out that leg of his tour, and that's going to be the end of his tour. At that time, he was in Toronto, and I believe the Toronto show was right after the Detroit show. He might have done Detroit and went to Philly and then went to Toronto for 2 nights in a row, right? Sold out shows, which everyone said that he couldn't do. But he did it, right? Everyone was saying that his tour wasn't doing good. He wasn't going to sell out. And it turns out that they sold like 97% of the tickets or something like that. And it's breaking records as a tour for a solo, or for not a solo artist, but for because he's not solo. But he's breaking records for a rap tour, right? He went to Toronto. He sold out 2 shows, back-to-back days. And Top 5 showed up to the Nobu Hotel in Toronto to act as if he was trying to slide on Kendrick. Kendrick probably wasn't even in that hotel. I'm sure that he's smart enough to know that if he was coming to a city in enemy territory to, basically throw people off the trail, he probably booked a hotel and stayed somewhere totally different. Kendrick Lamar comes from a background of gangsters, and he's from LA, which is steeped in gangster culture. And I'm pretty sure he knows how to move. Or maybe he did stay in that hotel. I'm only speculating. But if that was me and it was my situation and those were my circumstances, that's what I would do. I would just book a hotel room one place, not be there, and be somewhere totally different under a room that's not booked under my name, totally undetected. And I would throw off, this trail by also having a security detail somewhere that I'm not even at, just to make it seem like there's security on me and I'm not even there, somewhere totally different. But I digress, right? This was about a month ago. He pulled up to the hotel, pulling on the doors, knocking on the doors, waiting around outside. And I remember seeing this the night that it happened, right? And I was thinking, corny, corny. The first clip I played, he was on some podcast with a woman or show or whatever. I don't know what that was. And the woman asked him, what about Kendrick Lamar? What are you going to do if he comes to Toronto? Blah, blah, blah. He said, Swiss cheese. Tell him to come to Toronto, Swiss cheese. And my first thought upon hearing that, the first time I ever seen that clip was this morning. My first thought upon hearing that was corny. Because, again, I am of the understanding that if you're going to do dirt, the last thing you want to do is announce it in detail on a public platform on the internet for anyone to see, including investigators, the person you plan to enact this violence on, and any of their cohorts, and so on. The list goes on and on, right? The last thing I would want to do is broadcast my intentions, if I was really about it, on the internet, right? Which tells me he's not about it. He's trying to get some sort of recognition, some sort of clout, some sort of attention by saying these things on the internet. He's trying to, gain notoriety of some sort or whatever. He's leaning into the beef. Everybody else was. I mean, I guess why not, right? And I also want to show you this, right? Since we're talking about the subject of karma, I want to talk to you about this particular video that I just found moments ago that I had never seen until now. Where is it at? I believe this is it right here. Let's watch this video. It's not showing up. Hold on, let me remove this. And then we could try that. Boom, there it is. All right, so let's see.
Boy Top 5 was in the trenches. He did his first stream on Kick, and while he was on stream,
You're academic.
while on stream, first of all, he called me. But number two, while on stream, he walked through Toronto and with one of his ops chain in hand. Okay. One of his ops, name is K Money or something of the sort. And he brought the tour on a greasy neck tour, literally. He brought the chain on a greasy neck tour, literally. Listen.
I think whoever
Yeah, just do what I told you. Yo,
an innocent person.
Okay.
Oh, that's now.
So this is the chain. He's walking around. He got everybody wearing the chain.
Oh, he brings up, bro. He's putting this chain on this little kid, bro. Pressa actually has to jeopardize my family.
Now, the K Money dude is a serious dude. Pretty serious dude. Okay. Now, what ended up happening, and by the way, here
Man, Top 5 to get off live, they about to kill him. I told him, I say, yo, Top 5 to
here we
everywhere.
go. It's part of the stream.
hold this. I'm on the first IRL in Toronto at Wonderland. Name a nigga that drops his location and brings a man's chain.
Hey, yo, somebody just called me and they said, yo, tell your man Top 5 to get off live, they about to kill him. I told him, I say, yo, Top 5 to everywhere.
They gonna kill me? Nigga, I prayed all my prayers before I left my house today, nigga.
Yo, the biggest demon. You're the biggest demon, that's a fact.
And you're the biggest streamer, and I'm just your young boy act. I'm your young boy act.
That is a very ballsy move. Now, if you don't understand, let me explain this in I got a job terms, right? So Top 5, the biggest demon out of Toronto. He fell out with Pressa and Pressa's associates, the Wassas. And there's an individual named K Money. Okay. What happened was that when Top 5, he got picked up because he's been on an ankle monitor since his release from jail. He got picked up, and while he was locked up, one of his associates, somebody named D Money, got his chain snatched. It was confiscated. Top 5 gets out, and within like about a few days afterwards, that chain supposedly was re-snatched back. So the chain that got took from them, they took back, and then they took this guy's chain that was rolling with the guys who claimed it took it, I guess. So they took K Money's chain. Ever since then, Top 5 has been parading around with the chain as a trophy. He claims he has nothing to do with it, but he wants to, show people that the people he beefs with are just not gangsters. Now,
yeah. So He wants to show that the people he beef with are not the gangsters, right? That's what Act just said. Now he's walking around on the internet patrolling and trolling with people's chains. He's putting them on other people, but he's claiming that he didn't have anything to do with it, right? But he's trolling and he finds it funny that someone got robbed of their chain or whatever. I don't know of anything in this situation and what happened and what transpired. All I know is what Act just said. But the display, which he chose to do on his own accord, I think goes beyond whatever retaliation he got for whatever incident happened prior to this, right? I think once you cross that line, now you're begging for something worse, right? You're trolling people, showing up to hotels, you're telling people that they're not tough. And I'm actually trying to find this other video before I actually get to the point of my video, right? I'm trying to find this other video that I saw earlier. I don't know how I lost it, but I was just watching it moments ago about how Top 5 was somewhere in, I think I might have just found it. Let's see if this is the one right here. Where are we at? Let's check this one out.
All right, man, we got some more info on the situation about Drake Shooter, Top 5, getting stabbed in the neck, allegedly. So Wack 100 and Jay Hitter reacts to Drake's goon getting stabbed in London. All right, let's check
YouTube. Chicks. Get ready. You know what to do, Chicks.
Listen, Chicks Smooth. Hey, Chicks Smooth. Appreciate all the coverage that you've been doing. I've been watching your shit for a while. I just subscribed to your shit too, bro.
Oh, nah, this is all bad, you guys. They was trying to get Top 5 up out of here in London yesterday. Now, last weekend, while Drake was performing at the Wireless Festival, everybody pulled up for Drake. Drake brought out all the streamers, athletes, entertainers, and of course, goons, because you can never be too safe. Now, I'm sure you guys all know Top 5, Drake's #1 goon. He was also out in London as well.
Trying to make a stream on wireless right now, but there's no fucking connection. Cameraman's right here. Yo, Shimmy, my dog's right here. There's no connection.
There's no connection, man. I can't even, ain't shit we can do. We apologize, but we coming. You know what I'm saying? Once we walk out, man, we live stream, man.
Outside. Yo, Tones. Outside.
And the one thing we know about Top 5 is that anywhere he goes, he's going to provoke somebody. If Top 5 goes to your city, he's going to let you know your city is not tough, especially if Top 5 has enemies in that city. 2 days ago, this was what Top 5 had to say about the UK.
Press 17. Where are we going tonight? Let them know.
That's a great question.
There's no killers in the UK. There's like serious guys. We're not going to come kill us.
There you go. Taunting.
They're not going to come kill us for safe. You can even show your address. In America, fuck.
There's no killers in the UK.
A lot of people in the UK do not have guns. It's not easily accessible like it is everywhere else. But you got to understand there's killers everywhere. If you go to somebody's country, city, or state, and you try to make them look soft, best believe there's going to be somebody out there that's going to try you. And unfortunately for Top 5, that's exactly what happened. Last night while he was out in the UK, Top 5 was allegedly talking to a fan when somebody ran up and stabbed him multiple times. Now, Top 5 is currently in the hospital and he is expected to live. The actual reason as to why he was stabbed is not confirmed. There's rumors out there that it was goons from the UK, and you also have people saying it was one of his Canadian ops. Now, speaking of ops, of course, in true fashion, 2 of Top 5's ops were going to have comments about it. Hitter J3 responded to the news about Top 5 being stabbed. He said, "Send a prayer up for Top Lies. Can't lose our biggest troll." And then you also had Wack 100 chime in. He says, "When running your mouth gets you an issue." He said, "UK ninjas in like that. Cali can't wait." Yikes. Listen, man, if I'm Top 5, no more.
Yeah, man.
So I'm going to stop it right there. This is the only thing I could find is this guy that's reacting to someone else's video. So now we're in some sort of reaction inception. This was not my intention, but it was the only thing, comprehensive compilation of all of the stuff that led up to him being stabbed last night or whatever in the UK. They're in the UK. Drake is there for some sort of festival or something. I don't know. I don't care. He's there, and I'm assuming Top 5 is there with him. Top 5 is out, and he's literally saying there's no killers in the UK like that. Now, why do you assume that? There's killers everywhere. Where there are people, there are poor people. Where there are poor people, there are those willing to do whatever the fuck they need to do, in any given circumstance. And that comes with, poor people. It breeds violence. It brings anger. It breeds a culture that essentially becomes what we know as gangster. That's what breeds it. You know, I don't see a bunch of rich people walking around stabbing and shooting each other. That's not how it works. When there's a lack of resources, you get gangsters and you get all of the things that surround gangsters. That is how it works. So here we are today, right? Where we've had a month of him talking all this shit on podcasts, running up on hotels like he's trying to get in to kill somebody, taking motherfuckers' chains and taking it on tour. And now we're here. There's also a video going around of or there's word going around, not a video. I don't know where the video is because I can't find it. But there's word I've read multiple people saying that at some point during the Drake Kendrick beef, academics said something about him wanting Top 5 to kill Kendrick or something. I don't know. You know, I haven't heard that. I haven't seen that, but I've read it multiple times. I was looking for it. Can't find it. Who knows where that is? Because academic streams all the time. And there's like hours and hours of footage of him covering the beef and talking about the beef and whatever, all of his feelings about it. Right. So I don't know. But this is the very same man that you wanted to stand up for Drake and attack Kendrick on his behalf. And now here we are with this. We're going to listen to what academics has to say about this stabbing.
It's like a big laceration, you know. It was kind of deep. He lost a lot of blood. He went through surgery. He's gonna have full recovery. That's a fact. But it's gonna take a little while, you know. But yeah, I think he said it was like 17 inches. But you know, but I ain't gonna lie, they for what it's worth, yes, somebody definitely went, you know, try to kill him, you know. He told me, he said he was at this after party spot. You know, he felt like people followed him, and he was taking a picture with a fan while he was going into the club. Because I asked him where his homies was at, and he's like, "Yo, I was with 20 people. I get to the spot. I get there earlier than them. I'm walking in the spot. I think they're already there. So really, I'm alone." And then, you know, he goes to take a picture with someone, and you know, somebody kind of ran up on him. He has like a big laceration, you know. It was kind of deep. He lost a lot of blood. He went through surgery. He's gonna have full recovery. That's a fact.
So it's just loop,
but it's gonna take a little while, you know. But yeah, I think
so I didn't
it was
even
like 17 inches.
I didn't even notice that it
you know.
looped. But so I just wanted to show the juxtaposition, right? I want to show the stark contrast. I want to show how academics goes from touting Top 5 as being this gangster, and that's their shooter on that side of the beef, and he's the one that's gonna, you know, he's the Punisher, and he's the realist on that side, and that's the gangster that's gonna make all of this right and stand up for Toronto and vindicate Toronto, right? You gassing them up, and you're all but complicit in all of his actions, and it's funny to you, and you think he's this, you know, I don't know, he's supposed to be the boogeyman of Toronto or something. He's knocking on hotel doors and trying to see if Kendrick is in there because he's going to do what, right? And then you're acting as if you've got him trapped or you caught him or something, right? Now, here we are, and he's stabbed in his neck with a 17-inch laceration. And now the tone has changed. He's somber with his words. He's sitting on camera looking like he's near tears, like he's sad now, right? But everybody was excited and standing behind him and rallying and gassing his ass up when he was talking about what he was going to do. It was funny when he sat on the podcast talking about how he was going to Swiss cheese him, and he would go to LA and do it, and he's not afraid, and he don't care about the Crips or the Bloods or whatever, right? Now he's in critical condition in a UK hospital, and now motherfuckers want to pray, right? I was reading through the comments, but I'm going to read through the comments on this stream. That's what you get for talking shit. You next, my boy. If you keep talking crazy, you just stay inside behind closed doors. The academics. Stop clowning the UK and think you can come here and be cool. Acting top lies. Jamaican for likes and digital hugs. So somebody quoted that line, and that's what I'm looking for. There was a line where somebody basically quoted the line from Euphoria. I hate when a rapper talk about guns and somebody died, they turn into nuns. They hop online for digital hugs or something he said like that. Like, that's what we're doing. Pray for my city. You know, like, that's what we on now. You know, we went from touting him as this big gangster from Toronto, and he was going to catch Kendrick slipping, and he was going to Swiss cheese him and kill him and roll his window down and put on black Nike Tech and smoke Kendrick, right? Who do you think you playing with? Why do y'all think shit is sweet? Why, you know, the longer I live, the more that I realize that my expectations of people are too high. You know, they're too high. I never understood why y'all get on the internet and y'all play about violence or beef like it's funny, right? I don't understand that, because to me, if we on that type of time, it's nothing funny. It's nothing to talk about. I'm not broadcasting or telegraphing shit. You move in silence. You be quiet. And you also don't underestimate your enemies. See, that's the reason why I like the way Kendrick moves in this beef. He don't say nothing. All he's done is put out music. He's not talking. He ain't talking about what he gonna do to niggas when they come to LA. He not threatening. He not kumbayan. He's not making amends. He's not explaining himself. He's just putting out music. That's it. And to me, those are the type of people you do not bother. They're quiet. They are to themselves. They are not saying too much. To me, it's too much clouded, mysterious energy to be meddling with somebody like that. I don't understand that. You leave that person alone. You know, but you laughing, you on the internet being funny. It's funny. You're joking with their friends. And now your ass is in the hospital. You know, like I said many times on this channel, from my perspective, my understanding, real gangsters don't do too much talking, bro. We not threatening. We not face fighting. We not arguing. We ain't posting videos on the internet. We not going live. I'm not doing none of that. When shit is real and lives are on the line, silence is what you get. You know, that's what you get. Anything else I don't understand. This top 5 nigga is funny to me. He's hilarious to me. You know, and I'm not saying that there's, you know, maybe he has done some shit in the street. I don't know this nigga. I have no idea. But from the things that he makes public, which is all that I have to judge by, this nigga seems like a clown, and there's nothing scary about him at all, other than the fact that he's going to fuck around and get all of his homeboys indicted. That's scary. It's pretty frightening, pretty terrifying. The fact that he's going to get all his homeboys killed because you loud about your movements, which gives the enemy what? The drop. You loud about your movements. You're being funny. The niggas that you are up against is not laughing. There's nothing funny. These niggas from LA is not playing, bro. And I'm not saying that these niggas from LA had anything to do with the UK thing, which is another thing I wanted to get to. They're saying that, according to what I was reading before I started this. They're saying that the guy whose chain he had in that video could potentially be behind this, or it could just be some UK shit because he's in the UK talking crazy. But again, it does not matter where it came from because karma is real. It don't matter who it came from. All that it matters is that the package reached the destination. Your ass is smoked. It don't matter. Now, if they saying he's gonna make a full recovery, judging by how goofy this nigga is, there's no doubt in my mind that he's gonna get out of that hospital, leave the UK, go back to Toronto, and talk more shit, right? And here's evidence to support my claim. This video here.
Somewhere, dog. Stay outside, my nigga. Stay outside right now, nigga. Get the fuck outside, nigga. Get your ass booming on, nigga. Get the fuck out, boy. Who's you fucking pointing at, nigga? I'll boom on you right now, nigga.
Sorry, that's top 5.
I don't go fucking the fuck you talking to, nigga. You think acting like you Drake ass nigga? Get the fuck off the street, you bum ass nigga.
But you Drake shooter. And I want y'all to notice something. Y'all peep these accents. This is in Toronto. I'm from Toronto. Everybody don't talk like that. Have you ever played? Have you ever? Okay, nigga, let's play. Ain't nobody push me out no restaurant and spit in my face.
We're flip-flops looking motherfucker. Stuff you right now, nigga.
Yo, go get the burner.
And a man them have flip-flops on outside and he ain't want no fake. Go get the burner, nigga. Yo, it's good. And I know why man like you and man like Drake are friends. You get me? You both bun teens. You get me?
I don't know what else to say, gang. That was a clip of him in some restaurant getting punked. Niggas pushing him, niggas telling him to get the fuck on, saying, nigga, I'll mash on your ass right now. They spit in his face, according to the guy who's commenting. I don't know what this incident is, when this was. It doesn't matter, right? All I'm saying is that we have video footage of niggas disrespecting you, putting their hands on you, telling you get the fuck on. Bro, you not cut, bro. You not cut like that. You ain't that. What you're trying to convince niggas that you are, you ain't. And the fact that you're doing all this talking is exactly how niggas know that. Because how you let that happen to you, bro? You walk around in flip-flops. You walk around in flip-flops getting smoked on. You know, and you don't have no retort. There's nothing, you know, there's nothing here, bro. There's nothing here. There's nothing there. You have no ground to stand on when niggas got video footage of you getting punked, my nigga. Just go be a family man, bro. Enjoy your money, your fame. Do something constructive. Stop playing with niggas. Because niggas is not playing with you. And you not cut, bro. You're not cut like that. Or maybe you are cut. You are cut, gang. I'm out, dog.